Hey guys, it's the Aussie Arm Wrestling. I just want to give a shout out to my fantastic sponsor, Pound for Pound Arm Wrestling. Guys, it's everything you need in the arm wrestling world. Chalk, straps, shirts, the quality is fantastic. Head over to poundforpoundarmwrestling.com and get everything you need. Now, let's get on with the show.
Ready? Bang!
That's working. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ready Bang, the number one arm wrestling podcast in the world. I'm your host, the Aussie Arm Wrestler, and as always, I am the 2019 Melbourne Cup left-hand third place winner. What an award. But do I have a guest for you? This superstar is a 6-time national champion, a 4-time world champion, and we'll get into that a bit later on. She is in the Lock and Roll Hall of Fame. She is an absolute lock star when it comes to the world of arm wrestling, and most likely always types with the caps lock on. I am talking about the one and only Nancy Locke. Nancy, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Get the mask off. Get the mask off. Everyone wants
I
to
know.
see. How are you?
Fine. Top shape.
You're looking fantastic at the moment. Are you working out at the moment?
After I talk to you, I'm going to work out.
Yeah, fantastic, because you've got that home gym and everything. Guys, if you have been living under a rock and do not know who Nancy Locke is, just get yourself a comfy chair because you're in for a fantastic ride. Everyone needs to know Nancy. We're going to go back in time, and you've heard millions and millions of times, but guys, Nancy started pulling in 1987, and at 17 years old, won her first world championship. While most of us were in school spitting paper at everyone, Nancy was off winning world champions. Nancy, tell everyone about your first world championship.
I was 17, and I went to represent Canada. My parents went with me to co-sign because I was underage. My parents co-signed for me. And I went there, and I was just happy representing Canada. And when I got to the finals, I was just happy being at the finals. And when I won, my coach went on the stage and grabbed me and jumped up and down and was crying. My parents were crying, and I'm like, okay, why are they crying? They should be happy. But it took me about 3 months to realize that I won the world. When I saw myself on TV on Wild Roller Sports, then I saw it. And I saw Nancy Locke, world lightweight arm wrestling champion. Oh, okay, I am one of the best in the world. That hit me months later. And that was like over 30 years ago. And it seems like yesterday. I remember very well. And it was fun. It was really fun. I took it fun. I didn't take it serious that day because I was just happy being there, and I was a kid.
Oh, you took it as fun. Oh, I'm a bit bored today. Might go win a world championship. That's But as always, when a world champion comes on the show, the Aussie arm wrestler always has a beer with the world champ.
Whoa.
Doesn't matter what time of day it is. Cheers to the world champion.
Cheers.
Now, after that, you won 3 more. And I say 3 more, and we'll go through each world championship, because there's one international championship, but you beat like 55 other countries. So that's a world championship. So when people talk about Nancy Locke, you got to say at least a 4-time world championship. So go through each one. So they're in consecutive years. You just absolutely dominated. The second one. What happened there? Were you Just thought you were unstoppable?
To 4 worlds. I didn't go to the other ones. And the second one was in LA. And it was okay. I went there for fun because I didn't think I was going to win again. But I went there, and the day went by quick because it was really fast. And it was, in those days, they did it in one day. So it was early in the morning till late at night. And I won, and I came back and went on newspaper, TV shows. And I was like, this is fun. And I was 18. I turned 19 over there that weekend of the Worlds. So that was a good memory. And the third one was in Houston, Texas. That was big. That was bigger than the first 2 Worlds. And went there. I took it serious because I knew more countries would have been there. And I trained harder, and I came in first. I was like, here we go again. I'm the best again in lightweight. This is great. Woo! So, and they had more categories. In 87, 88, they had only 2 categories, 0 to 140. And my third world had, I think, 5 categories. So it was under 132 pounds, and I won. A couple years later, I went to Paris. They didn't call it a world, but it was like 50 countries. It was to me, a lot of people say it was the world. Everybody says whoever won there won the world. So I went to Paris, and I took it serious. And it was 3 days long, and I showed my ass to everybody. I don't know if you saw the video, but whoever did the best show that day, at the finals, whoever did the best show would win a diamond.
Oh.
And my friend Leanne Sprang, the heavyweight champion that won 11 Worlds in Montreal, Canada, she was there with me. She won. She took her eyeliner and she put number 1 on my ass. And she says, do a striptease and show your ass and flex. I said, and you will win the diamond. I said, okay. So Gary Goodrich was there against John Brzenk.
Yeah.
And Gary beat John Brzenk.
Ooh.
And Gary Goodrich, Cobra was there. He was the crazy guy, and other women got dressed up funny. I showed my ass, but anyway, this girl that won had a fake tattoo all over her body. It was beautiful. So they gave the diamond ring to her because she had the best costume. So I showed my ass for nothing.
I know.
But I had it. So I'm flexing, and the camera was close to me, and it was not the finals. It was during the day. And I beat this girl, and the camera looked at me, and I said, hey, and I put my pants down, and I had a one-piece G-string, and I showed my ass, and I was flexing. The camera zoomed on it. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm going to win the diamond. Anyway, I did not win the diamond, but I won the tournament.
Yeah.
A couple months later, I went on the plane. I was sitting on the plane, and I had this magazine. I have it here. In Paris, in France, big muscle magazine, and I'm in it. They're talking about that tournament. So I'm reading it, and I'm going to another tournament that day in the plane. I'm reading, and there's a guy sitting beside me that I don't know. He looks over, he goes, I saw that last night on TV.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm there, really? And he says, that girl showed her ass, and I'm the one sitting there. He doesn't know it's me, but I'm there, oh, really? So I did not think it would go to Canada, the video. It went on a sport channel, French sport channel around the world. I never thought it would go to Canada. So I showed my ass to try and win the diamond. I didn't want my parents to see it. I didn't want my friends to see it. So I didn't tell anybody to look at it. But I was like, oh my God, my ass is up there.
It's there, and then someone on the plane there next to you. That's hilarious. What are the odds of that happening?
But some people do remember, like a guy named Neil Pickup remembers that. So he remembers, and a couple people remembered that because they were there and they saw it. And anyway, I was young and pretty then, so it was okay.
You should have signed it. You should have just signed the magazine and gave it to me and went, that's me. That was my ass.
Oh.
Bang. There we go. Now, I reckon you should be called an 8-time world champion. Now,
Why?
If my research has done me correct, is it true early on in your career they did not do women's left hand?
Never.
No. So everyone, because Nancy's been quoted that back in the 80s and early 90s, there was zero competition for her. She was too strong in the lightweight division. So Nancy, I am donning you an 8-time world champion because they should have had left hand for you back then and you would have absolutely what the for with all of them. So you are, the Aussie arm wrestler is officially crowning you 8-time world champion.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, for those that don't know, this 8-time world champion took a bit of time off.
Yes.
When we say a bit of time, 25 years. It's a very famous number. 25 years.
25
a very
years.
long time. As Nancy goes outside, she's got a beauty. Show everyone your view, Nancy. Show before we answer this question. That's what Nancy wakes up and looks at every day. How good is that? Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. I see this from the gym downstairs. I'm in the gym and I can see this when I'm training.
Oh, hey, some people have it tough.
Oh, it's tough. And it's beautiful in California, the weather.
Oh.
I'm in North California and it's called Petaluma. And Petaluma is the capital of arm wrestling because that's
right.
when they had the first world in the world was here in this town, Petaluma.
Yeah, very, very famous. Everyone, go do your homework, especially you new kids that are starting in the arm wrestling world. Petaluma, it was called the Wrist Wrestling Championships back there.
Yes.
And that was the place. So why, Nancy, why the long break? Why were we taken away? Why did we not have Nancy for so long?
Because in 1993, is it 93? I think it was 93. I went to, I was going to a big tournament in Las Vegas. Huge tournament. And I was going to meet the owners of Gladiator. In the 90s, they had this Gladiator show that strong women against strong men, going against each other in different little activities. I don't know if you remember those, but The owner wanted to meet me at the tournament in Las Vegas. So my life would have changed if I would have went there. But I was supposed to leave Friday, and I had a sponsor, and my sponsor was Makita Power Tools. They wanted to do a commercial with arm wrestling with a tool. So my life was going to change, but something happened. Monday before all of this, I was vacuuming. And I started coughing, and I was coughing. And I coughed on the right side, and my ribs broke in two by coughing.
Oh, no. Oh, one of the most strongest women in the world has broken a rib from coughing. No one could beat her. And then she coughed. Oh.
I coughed. So I go in the hospital. I get there, and I didn't know yet that my ribs were broken. So I walk in, and I say, I'm in pain, and we're Monday, and I'm going to a tournament Saturday. I need to be ready for Saturday, so fix whatever it is. They took an x-ray, and I'm waiting, and the doctor comes in, and he goes on his knees. He touches my ribs. He says, did you fall? I said, no, why? He goes, look at your x-ray. They're broken in half, the 5th and the 6th. Oh. And he says, you have pneumonia. I have pneumonia? He goes, yeah, you got to go home and stay in bed for 3 months to heal your ribs. So I had to send the money back to my sponsor, cancel my plane ticket. I didn't go.
Oh.
So for 3 months, I was coughing, and the ribs weren't healing. They were breaking. 3 months later, they started healing, and I started seeing this guy that used to do a lot of sports outside, rollerblading, kayaking, sailing, hiking, and I didn't do. So he says, "Come and start doing this with me." And I said, "Fine." I started doing a lot of sports outside, and I didn't go back to the gym. And I said, "Oh, I think I'll take a break." And the guy didn't want me to go back into arm wrestling. He goes, "Don't go back into that." I was young and foolish, and I said, "Okay, I won't go back. I'll just do whatever you do." So for 25 years, I did. Well, for 15 years with him, I did what he wanted, and then I married this guy that did Ironman competition, and I was helping him train, and I forgot about me. So for 25 years, I would do everything for everybody, helped everybody. And then when I got divorced and I was back to single again, I said, "That's it. I'm going back into this sport." And one of my friends in Gatineau, Quebec, Steve Monod, had a gym. He says, "Come and train, come back and arm wrestle with us." I said, "Okay." And my father died, and I got a divorce at the same month, and and I lost a lot of weight, and it was really, really bad. I had a really bad moment. So I started making new friends into arm wrestling. I said, "Oh, I'll do it for fun." I was doing it for fun.
2 world champions you
So
won through fun.
Yeah, and I started practicing, helping people to get back into arm wrestling. And I went to a tournament, in the first tournament in my 25 years. Just went it just for fun, and I won. I said, "Well, okay, I should go back into it." So long story, I'm in California, and I went to another tournament, and I beat everybody in heavyweight class. And that's when Neil Pidcock called me and says, "Nancy, would you like to go in WL?" And I said, "WL? Okay, sure." "I'll do it for fun." And I went. My first big tournament was against Victoria.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I was just...
We'll get into that very, very soon. I want to talk about the WAL. But first of all, on behalf of the Aussie Arm Wrestler and behalf of the arm wrestling community, whoever those two guys are that took you away from the sport for 25 years, we hope they step on Lego today. That's ridiculous. We hope they stub their toe, because that's so unfair that the best in the world. Guys, if you ever get a chance, go watch other Nancy Locke interviews after this one, because Nancy has openly just told everyone there was no competition. So Nancy not only was the face of women's arm wrestling, the lightweight division, but could have been 10, 12, 15-time world champion. But also, go check out her hairstyles. If you want to know what the 80s is like, and if I can, guys, I'll stick pictures in. I'll put them on my Instagram story, or I'll chuck them. I'll see if I can get them in the comments, or I'll put on a story on YouTube. You need to see these hairstyles. Nancy, what were you thinking? These hairstyles. They were hilarious, guys.
It was rock.
Oh, there was a few times I was watching one.
I have one here.
Oh, hang on, move it across. Bit more. Oh, bang! Look at that. Look at that. Oh, my God. That is... move to a bit to the left. Yeah. It's... Oh, my God. If you can't find too much of Nancy arm wrestling, just go through back the archives and watch the evolution of hairstyles of Nancy Locke. They are the best locks going around. I had to double check and triple check when I was doing a bit of research, because I was like, it's not her. You must be the other woman. But then the other woman got pinned real easy, and I was like, well, it has to be her with the big hair.
Yeah, it was me.
Will you ever go back to those hairstyles?
I would like to. I like the when it was spiked up. I like that. It was rock. It was like, yeah.
It was the epitome of hairbands. You look like Poison and, rock
Yes,
bands like
yes.
that. The 80s rock. Oh, yeah. When
Yes.
I saw one video, straight away I was like, Skinny Bop. Oh, yeah. It was awesome. Now, a good thing is you had a divorce, because if you didn't have a divorce, you wouldn't have met. Do you want to tell everyone that doesn't know who your husband is?
Oh, Eric Wolfelt. He's where is he? I'm looking for a picture. He won 11 worlds.
Yeah.
Heavyweight.
He is, I think it was two or three on the right hand and then 8 or 9 on the left hand.
Yes, yes.
So when
He
you
won
guys...
two right. He won 2 right worlds because John Brezink wasn't there.
Hey, it doesn't matter. At least he won them. At least he won. He couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have got all world champions, but you don't have a third place left arm amateur.
No.
You.
No, I don't.
You turned up and won, Nancy.
Third.
Ooh. Well, I had a bit of fun and got the best trophy ever. But it's good. So when you guys get bored, and one day I'll get Eric on the show. But when you guys...
Hey, cut off.
When you guys get bored, do you just get all your world championships and just chuck them on the couch while you watch a movie? And do you just shower? And all your world
He has all his trophies here and everything. My 100, I have 100 trophies, are all in Canada.
Oh.
And they're all first place. All first place. My trophies are all first place. I don't have third or second.
Hey. Nothing wrong with third. Nothing wrong with third, hey? What are you... It's all right.
I'm jealous.
Have you first. Ooh.
Wow.
No, that is fantastic. I can see in the background there you're in your gym. Give us a quick tour. Give us a quick tour of your gym.
Well, this is my favorite toy here of arm wrestling.
Oh, it's your little robot thing.
This is another one that I haven't shown to anybody. Well, the people that come here, they see this. But this is something that Eric did 30 years ago. And I can put it different angles. There's 20 different angles for left, right. And this is my favorite one. My favorite tool. I use this almost every day. And I'll just do this for the wrist curls for a while. I should put a TV. Watch TV. But anyway, This is my favorite.
That's awesome.
And yeah. And Eric, everybody likes Eric's big machine. I don't know if you can see it here.
Let's have a look. Oh, another robot.
Yeah, that's another robot.
Look at that.
There's some videos on YouTube that I put up and Facebook that I show this machine. So the more I back up, the more I bring the table back, the harder this becomes for me to pull. Yeah. So Eric has it. He pulls it like down there. He pulls it like super far. I don't pull it that far, but you can do right hand or left hand with this. And another favorite thing that I like to do, I don't know if you can see it here. Sorry if I'm going around.
No, that's all right. I think people are excited to see, how a professional arm wrestler trains.
So Eric put this wood here. You can see me?
Yeah, perfect.
And he put a dent in here for my hand, and I just do pull-ups here.
Oh, just so easy.
Yeah, it's really easy. So this is something that he built 30 years ago, probably. And I don't know what you call this here, but the hand that you can buy this for arm wrestling. And I like using this every second day. So this machine here has everything. Has all the arm wrestling stuff. This is one of my... Eric paid somebody to do it for hands.
All the gear.
So you can't buy that one. And so it's yeah, and I do a couple of my pull-ups up here. This here, one of my friends in Canada bought this and gave this to me.
I got one of those. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, they're good. But like I said, this is my favorite one of all the stuff we got here. This was made just for like special made, the everything. I don't know. I love this one. But we have 4 tables, 4 arm wrestling tables, and this one's good too. Eric paid somebody to do this one.
Yeah.
So that one's good. And this is really important for my training.
The clock
is very important. The seconds. That's what I use. It's a secret. When I retire of arm wrestling, I'm gonna tell my secret.
Ooh.
But I use the seconds when I train, and there's a reason why. But it's really important. That clock follows me when I train. Because I go and...
Well, hopefully it is many, many years away before you retire, and the Aussie arm wrestler is going to get that exclusive secret. The day you announce your retirement, I'm going to be rigging up going, Nancy, get back. I mean, you'll probably be on the show another 10, 15 times by the time you retire, but I'm going to get that exclusive. Now, you've got your WAL shirt on. Let's talk about this. WAL. Nancy has come back. 25 years of retirement. WAL just go. Neil rings up and says, Nancy, get on the table.
Yeah.
So you took on Victoria Carlson. Now, before we go through the match, hang on, I'll just get you to move over to your right a little bit. Yeah, there we go. What people don't know, and it is a very rare thing to see, unfortunately, as we know the result, it didn't go Nancy's way. But in the lightweight division, that is the first time Nancy has lost.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Like, when I was watching, I remember watching the match live and then heard that in the background. I was like, what? No. And that is... So how did you feel? Because the match is entertaining as hell. It is so entertaining. Go and watch it, everyone. How did you feel? That is something so rare to you.
Well, you're drinking a beer, and I felt like drinking a beer right after that match. Make a long story short, 2 months before I hurt my neck.
Oh.
I had a disc that came out, and it was pinching a nerve, so I couldn't feel half of my arm. So I got some shots in my neck and doctors, and they said, maybe you should arm wrestle. I said, hey, I'm getting back into it. I'm going back into it. That's all. And they said, well, no, and I didn't listen to them. So I kept on training, but not heavy. I couldn't lift as heavy as I used to because of my neck. And that's when Neil called and says, okay, you want a super match? I said, fine. Whatever, I'll go and I'll do it for fun. And they said, they gave me the best in lightweight was Victoria. I didn't think she was one of the best, but they gave me her. And I started training, and 3 weeks before, I hurt my neck again. Went to see the doctor, and they said, don't do anything. Go through your super match, but for 3 weeks, don't do anything. Oh, okay. So I get there, and I don't feel strong. I don't feel good. I don't have any confidence in myself. I meet that she's like huge, muscle, big, and I'm like, oh, I'm 120 pounds, and she had to lose a lot of weight to do 132.
Ah.
And she had to go in the sauna for hours to lose weight. I went and weighed myself with my clothes on, my boots, my coat on. I was like, okay. And then I said, I'm just gonna do my best. And I was really nervous. I felt like fainting. And my head was spinning, and I told my husband, I said, I'm going to faint. I don't feel good. What am I doing here? Why am I doing? I'm not prepared. This is my second tournament. No, it was my third tournament in 25 years.
Yeah.
I said, and my neck hurts, and I don't feel good. I'm not sleeping. I'm stressed. And so the doctor gave me these pills, and I hate taking pills. It was to calm myself. So I took that just before I went on stage. It's like, oh, well. So I was surprised that I had Victoria on the strap, and I beat her. That's why I turned around and I yelled, like, wow, I beat her in a strap, because I'm not good in a strap. I never, in the 80s, hardly any strap. In the 80s and 90s, hardly anybody went in a strap.
Yeah.
And I never practiced in a strap. And I get WL, and while they were putting the strap on, I turned around and looked at my husband going, this is stupid. I hate this. Like, I was like, what am I doing here? So when they put the strap, I said verbally, you can see in the video, I'm there, well, this is comfortable. I felt comfortable.
Oh.
So ready to go, I put her down. I said, okay, I can beat her. But my elbow kept on popping out. And I did beat her twice. I don't know how many times I beat her, but my elbow would come off the pad.
And then restarting,
Yeah. And then at the end, I had no more energy. You know, when your muscles all pumped, you don't have strength anymore. It was gone. Her too. I think she was tired too, but she had more endurance than me. And she got me that day. At the end, I was like, I don't have any more. I had no more strength. It was gone. I wasn't prepared. It was, and in a way, it was a good match. She won. And she was the best one of that day. She won, but I know I talked to WL and I said I want a rematch. Yes. Like big time. Yes. They always, when they call me, they say, who do you want to go against? I said, give me Victoria Carlson. I want her back there because I know I can beat her. And it's Russian, any Russian, because all the girls in Russia are really strong. I want to get them. I said, I want the best of the best in lightweight. Bring me the best. Yes. And they said, okay. And then the COVID happened. But
that's
yeah. But Victoria did get me. She was the best one that day. But I will get her next time.
Yeah.
Because now I've been training, and I have a coach in Canada that sent me some training to do, that secret stuff.
Yeah.
And I've been doing exactly what he says, and I got twice as strong as when I went against her. Ooh. Now I've been lifting twice as much as 2 years ago. I'm stronger in arm wrestling. The guys last year when I trained with the guys before the COVID, they all told me, "Boy, you're stronger than last year." I said, "Yeah, I'm really determined now." So and there's a way to train. I'm not getting bigger at all. Like you don't have to have big muscles to be strong. No. Let's say a normal person will use 30% of all their fiber for example, in the forearm. Athletes use 50%, and they're not bigger. No. There's a way to train to try and use all the fibers instead of getting big. So I'm an explosive, not to get big. That's why I beat girls that are bigger muscle than me. Doesn't mean anything.
Muscles are made for the mirrors anyway. You don't have to worry about that. You know how you're using. But speaking of heavier, so you pulled 501, didn't go your way. That's an amazing insight about the neck injury. Can't feel the arms. Realise that you're dominant in the straps. That's a fantastic insight. So then you jump up to almost middleweight, and in 503 they give you Valerie Beach. Now, everyone.
Valerie's small. Valerie is very small.
I'm calling it, this is the weirdest match ever. This 503 match is the weirdest match ever. Once you have finished watching this interview with Nancy, go watch Nancy versus Valerie Beach. It's so weird. It's so weird. Let me go through it. So you both get to the table. Round one happens. For some reason, Valerie gets the jump on you, and pins you. Then all of a sudden, she's hugging you like the match is over. She come from behind. You know, you go to your corner and just went, well, that shouldn't have happened. You go to your corner and she's like trying to hug you like, good match. I'm out of here. I've got a train to catch. So we're going to go round by round. So tell me about round one.
Round one, my husband wanted me to try a new technique at a super match. Anyway, so to make him happy, I said, fine, I'll try this new technique. So ready to go, she got me. I'm like, oh man, it didn't work. So I held her and I'm there. Well, I could bring her back and lose all my strength or just fine. I gave it to her so I can keep my strength to put her down easy the last 3.
It was weird. And what were you thinking when she was just trying to hug you from behind?
It's like, get the hell out of my face. Come on. You're dreaming. It's like, I'm going to show you what I do usually. But the first time it was to try a new technique. It did not work. She got to go. I could have brought her back, but I didn't. I said, yeah, whatever. I'll just get her after.
So then we get to round 2. Round 2. Nancy gets the pin. Smoked her. Bang. Right into it. Smoked her. But then Valerie started celebrating like she won.
Like, yeah!
Finger pointing in the air. And then you turn to Nancy and you look like you're down 2-0. You look like you've just been pinned again. Then she's up there and pointing and celebrating. I was just watching it like, I remember at the time just watching it going, I think my TV's broken. What were you what were you thinking?
Well, I wasn't even looking at her. I was in my zone. I was in my zone saying, okay, I'm gonna get this over with. I'm gonna get this over with. That's all I was thinking about. Saying, I'm gonna get this over with. I'm gonna do my technique, not my husband's technique. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Gonna lock her in.
I should not listen to my man in my life. I should do what I want to do.
You've been a world champion multiple times for a reason. But then, I think round three is my fun. I love it. You win quite comfortably to go 2-1 up. And you're probably not aware, but the camera's on you and Eric. It's hilarious. And you're there talking. And I quote, what did you say? You went, but she's really not strong. Oh my God, why did I lose? And they turned the volume up on you and you've just been quoted just absolutely bagging Valerie for not being strong. I couldn't stop laughing when the camera zoomed in and we were hearing all this. It was pure gold.
Yeah, I was like, I can't believe I lost the first one. She's really not strong. Then I wake up. It wasn't nice for me to say that. It wasn't nice for me to say that. But.
No, you've always been like that. I don't want you to change. Sometimes arm wrestling can just be a bit too nice. And if you think someone's not that strong and not up to your level, I'm glad you were saying it. Plus, you were kind of only saying it to Eric. The camera just happened to pick it up and make me laugh. So I was very happy with that. And then round four. Oh God, I think I need to do just a separate video where Nancy and I review this match. This is unbelievable. Round 4, you pin her 3 times. You just go bang, bang, bang. You pin her 3 times. Then you stood there like you had lost, and she carried on like she had just.
Cutting off. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I was saying, so you pinned her 3 times, then you stood there like you had lost, and then Valerie, giving it all the big licks, was like, oh, yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's okay. It didn't bother me. It was like, people were yelling. You can't hear it on the TV, but the people in the back were yelling to her, saying, get off the stage, get off the stage. And I was like,
give it at these ones. Yes, like that. And I'm just, and yeah, you're just standing there like, bitch, move over. Like, you just got creamed. Like, I'm not sure if you know who I am. I'm the padlock. Like, get off. You know. And then what was she saying to you afterwards? So you pinned her and you're holding hands and she starts beating her chest. Oh, your camera's gone. What's happened here?
Oh, someone's calling me and I'm going to hang up. Okay. You see me? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
What was she saying in the middle of the table?
Yeah, the tournaments when there's a table in between us.
Yeah.
I have to tell everybody in the whole world, do not hug me because it hurts my neck. When they hug me like this, my neck crunches like, oh, my neck hurts every time. Valerie didn't know and Victoria didn't know, but when they hugged me, it was hurting my neck. So she grabbed me and hugged me, and I was like trying to push her away, Valerie, and she started talking, and I wasn't listening. I was like, all I could hear was, and then I was trying to let go of her hand, and she grabbed my hand, and she was holding it, and all I remember her saying, "Be nice and kind to other women." Like, what? What's she talking about? Like, why is she saying that to me? And then she turned around, and I was like, yeah, whatever. But before that, I really wasn't listening what she was saying. I was just trying to push her away and say, okay, give me my money. Where's my money? Where's the camera? Where do I talk? But I didn't listen to her at the beginning. I just remember her saying, be nice, be kind to women.
I tell you what.
I don't know why. I don't have a clue why she said that.
If you're not an arm wrestling fan and you watch this sport, you could almost get tricked in to go, oh, they gave the money to the wrong person. They're supposed to give it to the girl celebrating, not the girl just standing there. It's hilarious. If anyone goes and watches it, try and avoid, like, obviously watch it, but try and not get sucked in to watch Valerie. I think Nancy's reaction to it all is hilarious. I think it's so funny the way that you just stand there and it's like, oh, I'll get you to move over a bit. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think your reaction, because you're just standing there and it's like, okay, yeah, move.
I remember I saw the video. I'm rolling my eyes. And I'm like, is she getting off the stage? Like, but she wanted the attention, and it's okay. Like, she likes it. She likes getting a lot of attention, and I let her do that. But you know, those other people arm wrestling after us. You know, like we were on the like, come on, you know, these people. But it was okay. She got. I don't think we'll have a super match again. I don't think we'll do another one, her and I.
Nah, you won a bit.
If so, I'll pin her. Yeah, and if it happens again, I'll put her down 3 times again. Like, and I was just starting. I could have arm wrestled all night that day.
Oh
yeah, I felt like, okay, give me somebody else. I like big tournaments. I like huge tournaments that it's all day, 20, 50 women. I love that. I love having a lot of arm wrestling all day, because at the end of the day, you'll see who's the best in the world. Is the way whoever eats well during the day, during the tournament, how much water you should drink and everything, because a super match is 12 minutes long. Bang, it's over. A big tournament all day, from the beginning to the end, people get tired, they get the sugar high, then they go down and all that, and whoever likes to eat, what to drink, how to keep their energy for the next match. I like a lot of women in one shot.
Well, that answers one of my questions a bit later on, but we'll get into that. Now, I've got a question from one of my Patreon supporters. So for just $2 a month, you can support the Aussie Arm Wrestler and get a question in. I've got my man Rhett, and Rhett wants to know, Who is a rising female puller that you know of? Who is someone in the women's division that not many people know about, but look like they're on their way to the top of the women's division? Besides you.
Well, I don't know anybody because of the COVID.
Ah.
It's been a year that I haven't seen any women, and there's no women around here where I live. So I don't know because in women's lightweight, I weigh 121 pounds. So a woman, my category, I don't see anybody around here. Nope, I don't. I can't say. Maybe Canadian girls. I would say Canadian because I'm from Canada. They're pretty good. But no, I don't see. I watch videos. I see girls training and doing competition lately. Last couple months, there's a lot of super matches and tournaments going around. I see a lot of women. And there's a girl that I beat that came over at my house here last June, Alexandra, top roll queen.
Oh, yep.
Okay, she came here. I went to see her in New York to practice with her, and I beat her. And she came here, and she said, "Okay, I'm gonna beat you," and I have videos that I can show you that I beat her easily. And she goes around and she beats everybody. She beats everybody, even the heavyweight girls in the States. Oh. Some heavyweight girls. So I'm thinking, wow, I could beat those girls. I can beat all of them because I beat her.
Yeah.
So she's getting strong. Her goal is to get stronger and stronger. But she's doing the work for me, I think. She's going around beating everybody. And the girls that she beats, it means that I can beat them. So I don't know any girl that States or Canada that will be a next. Whoever beats her, I could say, yeah, she'll be the next superstar. But nobody's beating her, and she's a Russian. She was trained in Russia. She is really, really good, and nobody's beating her.
Well, there you go, Rhett. There's the answer to your question. Bit unlucky on that one, my man, but that's okay. We got an honest answer. I'm glad you just didn't throw out any name there. What's in the future? What is happening in the future of Nancy Locke? What is happening?
Well, gravity is happening, and I hate it. Getting old and wrinkles, gray hair. That's what's happening. Getting old. That's what's happening. I hate it. WL will start again, probably. Maybe, I don't know if they're going to do it this year because of the COVID. But if so, I might have a super match. If not this year, it might be the next year. But I'll say in WL. September coming up. There's a World in Florida. I would like to go represent Canada.
Yeah, you're very proud Canadian.
And I would like to be under 125 because I weigh under 125. And I would like to know if I can do 2-3 classes. I don't know if I'm allowed to in the worlds, but I don't want to do just one. That'd be boring for me.
Yeah.
I want to do my class and another heavy one and another heavy one. Not left arm, because left arm is not as strong as my right. So I'm never going to do left. But I like to do try and get a couple goals in the world, if I'm allowed to do more than one category.
Yeah, beautiful. That's what we want. Nancy is climbing her way to the top. That's what we want to see. Still wanting to get it. Now, Nancy, anytime someone comes on the show, I like to play a game with them. It's a fun game.
Bring it on.
So what's going to happen is I'm going to give you the name of 3 pullers. And what you have...
I hope I know them.
And what you have to do, you have to decide out of these 3 pullers, which one you're going to pin, which one you're going to lose to, and which one you are going to tell you're not allowed to compete anymore.
It cut off.
Okay, so you gotta
It cut off. Can you say it again? Who am I gonna pull? Lose?
And one you're telling you're not pulling in 2021. Your year is done. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Go.
All right, your 3 pullers. Victoria Carlson,
Yeah.
Luke Kind, and your husband Eric.
I would like to win again.
So, who are you pinning?
Well, Victoria.
You get it. Okay, you get to pin Victoria. So, who are you going to lose to, Luke or Eric?
Well, they both beat me. Easy.
Well, you can only pick one.
Oh, man. I like them both. They're both very talented. Luke is really strong, like unbelievable. I'll let my husband win.
Ah, so you're going to lose to Eric, but then you're telling Luke he's not allowed to pull in 2021. Oh, Nancy puts down the hammer. Sorry, Luke. Sorry, bud. Nancy said it. Not allowed to pull in 2021 anymore. So just to recap, she's getting her pin back on Victoria. She's getting pinned. She's losing to her husband. And she's telling her good friend, Luke, that's it, mate. You can sit on the bench for 2021. Off you go. That is fantastic. That's great. That is great. So good. Okay. I'm going to ask you a few questions, Nancy, and without thinking, I need you to answer them. Are you ready?
I'll ask you some questions after.
Absolutely. Of course. You've already answered this one. Do you prefer super matches or tournaments?
Tournaments.
You prefer tournaments. Are you a fan of the King's move?
I'm jealous because I can't do it. I tried it. Yeah, it's okay. If there's money on the table and you want to win and you're allowed to do a King's move, do it. But if you're not allowed to do it, don't do it. But if you're allowed, hey, if you want that money, you'll do anything to get that money. Yeah.
Have you ever hurt your hand slamming the pad before a match?
Oh, you mean when I put the powder? When I put the powder and I do this?
If you don't know, guys, that's Nancy's pre-game ritual. She chalks up, gets ready, and absolutely smashes the pad. I sometimes look at it and I'm like, oh, one day that's going to hurt.
Yeah. Well, yes, it did once. I was practicing, and at the end of the practice, all the guys were here. I said, I told one of my friends, I said, film me while I'm hitting the pad. I'm going to practice hitting the pad. Well, I did it so often. The next day, I was sore. My shoulder was sore. My elbow was sore because the way you hit it, I was sore for 2 days by hitting the pad too much.
Oh, that is good. That is good. What an answer. Okay. Would you rather get your pin back from Valerie or get your win back from Victoria?
I want to win Victoria. I want to get her so bad.
You got to get your win back. Okay. 2 more questions. Out of Pauline, Matt Mask, and Justin Bishop, who is your
God, yeah.
Who is your favourite to call when you're bored? Before you answer, guys, I'm fortunate enough to be friends with Nancy on Facebook, and it was around this time last year. Nancy just started putting videos up, and she was calling these guys, and it just says, calling Matt Mask because I'm bored, calling Justin Bishop because I'm bored, and they're quite entertaining videos. So out of those 3, who's your favourite to call?
They're all great. I can't say I don't have a favorite, but one of them is a Canadian. So and he showed me his toes. He showed me his toes because his daughter painted his toes. That was funny. But I also called Marshall
Yep.
Barbados. I called
yep.
him. He was funny. He was funny. I want to call him again. They were all funny, but no, I don't have a favorite.
No, that's all right.
No, I don't. My husband might get jealous if I say it's a favorite.
Last question. When are you coming to Australia?
I want to go. I heard Australia is a bit like Canada.
Yes, I've been to Toronto, and it's very similar styles. We've got a huge tournament in November. We're recreating Over the Top. So
really, I want to go. I want to be there.
Yeah, so we're building we're building like the same setting. The tables are going to be the same as the movies. Every division has cash prizes, and then I think it's the overall men's is $10,000, but I think like both women's, both hands, I think it's $500 to $1,000 cash prize. Like it's the biggest tournament in Australia. We're recreating Over the Top. The Aussie Arm Wrestler is going to be hosting it. It's just going to be a fantastic event. So book your tickets in November, Nancy. I'd love for you to come over.
I need the dates because my immigration papers in the States, I can't leave the country till my immigration papers are all done. So I need to have the dates as soon as possible so I can tell my immigration if I'm allowed to go in November. But yes, I'd like to go. I want to kick all the girls' ass there. Everyone.
Oh, there you go. I think I've unleashed the beast on the women in Australia. I do apologise. November 27th. I was just looking up the date there. November 27th.
Okay. And my birthday is November 20th, so I can be there for my birthday.
Ah, beautiful. Ah, yep. Gold Coast, Australia.
And I would like to also, when the COVID's all done and I have my papers, I'd like to go around the world and teach techniques and how to train properly for women and some men in arm wrestling. Because a lot of people say, how come you're so strong and so small? Well, there's a way to train that you don't have to be big and muscular and take steroids to be strong. There's a way to do it. And if you don't take steroids, you have to be patient. You have to train and be patient because it takes a long time if you're not on steroids. So I'm taking a long time because I don't take any stuff.
Wow.
I don't even take creatine.
No, you're a very, very natural athlete. And let's just squash all the rumours. Everyone, the Aussie arm wrestler, he's not on steroids either. This 7 a.m. beer drinker, he's not on steroids either.
We'll have a match. You and me.
Well, we'll definitely have a match. I am happy to get my ass whooped by a world champion. Woo! We will definitely have a match. You get over. We'll both arms, whatever you want to do. We'll have a lawn bowls match. We'll have a 10-pin bowling match, table tennis. If you come to Australia, we'll do a whole series. We'll arm wrestle. We'll do a whole heap of fun stuff. I'd be more happy to show you and Eric around Australia. Not a problem.
Okay, I really want to go. I hope my paperworks are all done, and I really want to go.
Yes. And to the Australian women or anyone that's competing in Over the Top in November, I do apologise for letting Nancy know. Because if she comes over, she is whooping. She is whooping some ass. So,
is it going to have 2 categories for women?
Yes, both hands. 2 categories, both hands.
Both hands. And do you know the category 0 to what? 140, 130?
It'll be, I'm just trying to convert it. So I believe it's 65 kilos and under or 60 kilos and under. So
that's, I think, 132.
Around that, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to start eating now. I'm going to start eating my pasta and steak. I eat red meat every day. So that's where I get my creatine.
Yes. And I will ask you to nominate someone who you think will have a bit of fun on the show. Do you know a good arm wrestler that you think would have a lot of fun on the show?
One that's funny on the show.
Or someone that would just have fun?
I know some boring ones. Some boring arm wrestling guys or girls would be boring. But fun ones? Marshall's funny.
Yes.
He's funny, and Matt, he's funny if he has his
Matt
daughter.
on the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Marcio, that's a really good one.
Another funny one. I got out of my head. I don't know any other funny ones.
That's all right.
Oh, sorry.
Marcio's fine.
I'll put a black wig next time, and you can call me Darlene.
Yes. We're going to get Darlene on the show as well. I definitely want to get Darlene on. I reckon there'd be a bit of fun with her. And everyone on the show, everyone knows my catchphrase is ready, bang! I need to see Nancy Locke's impersonation of it.
You just want me to say bang?
Ready, bang.
Ready?
Yes! With the intensity. Now, I'm going to try something before we wrap up the show. I do apologise, but one thing I want to say is merci de restant l'émission.
What?
I try. I have failed miserably. What I was trying to say, everyone out there, because I struggled to speak English, let alone any other one. I just wanted to say thank you for being on the show.
What language was that?
Well, according to Google Translate, apparently that was French, but I obviously don't know how to say how would I say it?
You wanna tell me it was nice for you to be on my show?
Yes.
C'était merveilleux que tu sois là sur mon programme. Ça fait du bien parler français. Oh my, j'adore parler français. Parce qu'il n'y a personne ici qui parle français. Puis quand je parle français, ça fait du bien juste parler français. Puis j'adore ton vidéo.
Ah, merci.
C'est vraiment bon.
Ah.
I said it feels good to talk French because nobody talks French here, and I said I really like your videos.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Really, really appreciate it. And of course, I really appreciate that you have come on the show. Guys, you've just got to go check Nancy out on every single platform that she's on. If you didn't get enough of it from this interview, Nancy's eccentric, she's energetic, and highly, highly entertaining. She was definitely someone high on my list that I wanted to get on the show, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy the way this has gone. Guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Everything. Go over and support Nancy. Nancy, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup.